Oh, guess where I'm going in the morning? Well, it's not quite as foggy as I'd hoped. It really isn't, but there's mist and I've got my lucky charm with me today. My lucky mist charm. So I'm hoping this mist is going to get even thicker. So annoying. That app was like dead on 100% for like up until 9 o'clock. But anyway, what am I moaning about? I'm at Holme Fen, my favourite place, and there is some mist, so enough of me rambling. Let's get in there, see what we can find. This mist really isn't in the trees as much as I'd hoped. It's a real shame, but I shouldn't moan because it's a gorgeous morning. It's still as anything. There's a lot of a damp feeling in the air. We had quite a lot of rain yesterday, which is why I thought that mist signal was a definite, definite goer. But yeah, never mind. It's still gorgeous here. It really is. One thing I'd forgotten completely about, and I know this, and I'm an idiot, is of course as soon as the ferns start coming up, and this time of year once it warms up, the bloody mozzies start coming out. And I've already been bitten once and I haven't bought me mozzie spray, and of course there's no wind this morning and it's damp. It's like, oh, it's feast time for the mozzies. Never mind. Anyway, I've taken my first shot. There's some rhododendrons that have just come out and they've actually given a really nice little base to this image here. I've just framed these ones here at the base of the image, and the birch trees at the back that have got a little bit of mist on them just gives that nice sort of front to back perspective in the shot with some colour in the foreground, a little bit of mist, and then the straight trees in the background. So yeah, it's a good little start. Just looking now, that mist is clearing really quickly actually. I think we might have missed most of the mist. I'm just playing around with this little composition here. There's a birch here that's got a fallen birch right in its, I was going to say in its crack. Doesn't sound right, does it? Start that again. I'm just playing with this little scene here behind me. There's a birch here, a pronged birch with a fallen branch in between the two prongs right down, and it's just pointing out towards this little tiny young birch on the left hand side. It's full of leaf. And I don't know, there's a little fallen branch on the foreground as well. It's just a nice little scene. There's, yeah, it's, when you see a scene and you just think, yeah, there's something there, and I've just been playing around with it. I think we've got some nice soft light now. It's still, there's some gorgeous light I can see coming out over there on the other side. The mist is gradually lifting, but there's not a breath of wind. And these green ferns, newly grown green ferns, are so lush. I think that's what attracted me to this, if I'm honest, was those green lush ferns. So yeah, I don't know what it looked like. It looks okay. I think it needs a little bit of light, if I'm honest, on the side of this birch just to give it a lift. But no, it's a nice enough shot. But now I've seen that light over there, I think I'm going to head over there now. as is always the case, as soon as the sun comes out and starts to cast that first light with the mist still hanging around, it's, whoa, it's gorgeous. This is my favourite time in the Fen, when we've got some early morning mist, early morning light, nice, you know, no wind, still conditions. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful, as they say in the Fens, bloody beautiful. My mist catcher, by the way, I did mention him earlier on, he's over there, you can see him, yeah. He's brilliant at mist, brings it every time. Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. Now, I've been really working this composition hard. But there is a shot here that when the sun came out, it just brought it to life. These lush green ferns, as I said earlier on, are really nice. They're catching the light beautifully. You've still got mist hanging around in the background behind these birches here. And I've got a leafed tree here on the left-hand side that will be completely out of focus. And then on the right-hand side, there's another leafed tree.
Sorry, where?
Just on that right-hand side there, there's a leafed tree, do you see? And then the scene in the middle there with the birches, do you see? Yeah, and then when that light hits at the back, with the mist at the back, it's like really nice, really beautiful. Jesus Christ, what the hell can you do? Look, I bring him along to get the mist and he just thinks he wants to take advantage.
I found this lovely scene here.
Unbelievable, what a guy.
Leaf tree on the right hand side.
Tell you what, let him carry on, go on. Oh my God. I was going to say I can't believe it, but I can believe it. And in fact, if we go back to Thetford Forest, which you never let him forget about, he nicked the composition there as well. So he has got a track record of it.
I can't deny that.
You can't deny it at all. That's not a problem whatsoever. That's what friends are for. For sharing things, or nicking things in this case. Right, I can't remember where I was there. Yes, I was talking about this composition here in the background and the fact that I've been working it, that was it, I've been working it. So I've shot this at various apertures, and that's because obviously I want to get the birches sharp, but I've also been playing around with this tree in the foreground. As I said, it will be out of focus, but I've also shot it so it's in focus, but I'm not actually sure whether I want that. I just think I want a little bit of darkness on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, there's another little bit of darkness with the leaf tree, and then the light is going to be in the middle of the scene across the birches and where the mist is hanging. And then also there was some gorgeous light hitting the ferns on the floor as well. So I'm hopeful this shot will come out quite nice. So let's wait and see. Oh my God. Oh my God. I tell you what, this is why I bring Gary with me. Oh my God. If you can believe what just happened. Oh, as Gavin Hardcastle would say, it was orgasmic. Unbelievable. We had some absolutely beautiful light coming through the trees, and the mist is still hanging around and backlighting the fresh green leaves. Oh, it's just unbelievable. It's just one of those moments that you just think, where am I going to shoot? They are all of a sudden compositions just exploded. I got the long lens out. I had to get the long lens out because I needed to just have the ability to swap around different compositions within the scene behind me. There is a beautiful area here, these birches, the one I shot just a second ago actually, and obviously the sun's rising behind it, it's casting that light down, you've still got the mist going on, you've got little pockets of leaves on trees that are being backlit, you've got the ferns being backlit on the carpet, on the floor. It's just everything about it is just glorious. It's one of those times that you just think, this is what photography is about, yeah? This is why I'm here. These are the type of shots that you dream to try and capture. I'm saying all this and, I might have just fouled them all up in camera. I really hope not. I've taken lots of shots, different apertures, different focus points, different focal lengths. Oh my God, that was just a beautiful moment here at Holme Fen. Absolutely stunning. Wonderful sound of a cuckoo. Sign of spring, sign of nature. No, Gary, why? Gary loves nature. Gary loves cuckoos. Not. Oh dear. It's disturbing his photography. Oh, shut up now, look. Stopped. Anyway, walking up to the path, we're going to head back to the car because we're going to head over towards the lake actually and have a look around Burnham Mere. But on the way back to the path, it's part of this little composition here with the tree. I've shot this tree before, but obviously it's spring and the greens are coming out, and it looks quite a nice shot the way it's catching the light. There is a tree in the background which I've got in the shot, but it's quite dark, so I will probably in post-processing try and lift that with maybe a radial filter over that tree just to give it a little bit of a lift, because it needs that it needs to be seen in the background, I think, rather than just a dark mass in that left corner. In the bottom right hand corner of this frame there is some foxgloves which are just coming out actually here at Holme Fen. It's just the time of year when the foxgloves are starting to come out. Noticed some earlier on just starting to come out and flower, so I might actually try and get some shots of those either later today or come back another time. So yeah, unfortunately it's not out in bloom in this shot, which would have been nice, but yeah, it's this time of year now as we're coming in towards summer. This place just absolutely comes alive. The trouble is, once you get into July and August, the ferns and the bracken just get, you know, chin high, and it's no way you can go anywhere other than the path. Not that you should go across the paths, but this place is just very vibrant and green in the summer. But yeah, I love it. Anyway, here's this shot. We're going to head back towards the lake, see if the mist might still be hanging around. You never know. We'll have a look. Well, all of the excitement of earlier in terms of the mist and the light has gone now, but what an absolute gorgeous morning this has been. Yeah, it really makes you appreciate, you know, what a fantastic place this is to come and not shoot photography, absolutely, but just enjoy, you know, and in those conditions it's just absolutely stunning. So we've walked over to, God, I forgot where we are, Burnham Mere. Walked over to Burnham Mere, purely because Gary wanted to see whether we could get some wildlife shots, because you've got the lake here and there's loads of different wild birds, wild fowl on the lake, as well as birds in the trees, and there's loads of damselflies and dragonflies around as well. So yeah, Gary's got his 150 to 600 out, just having a bit of a play, I think, see what he can find. So I don't think I shall probably take any more shots. I don't know. I might have a little go. If I do take any more, I'll post them up at the end. But I think I'm going to call it, actually. I think it's, you know, this morning has just all been about that light and that mist earlier on. It's just absolutely fantastic. So I really do hope you've enjoyed watching this today. Oh, I did, just before you go, obviously I mentioned at the end of my last vlog about those vintage lenses. I did actually try them very briefly this morning, but if I'm honest, you know, I wanted to be in control of that scene with the tools that I know very well and I'm experienced in, rather than playing with new toys and miss a scene like that. So they sort of were a little bit deprioritized this morning, unfortunately, but I am intending to probably come back maybe in a week or two and do another specialist vlog about probably more nature based, but using those lenses, because I think they are, from what I've seen, they could produce some really interesting results. So look out for that one in the future. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. And yeah, all the normal stuff. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously, many of you know Gary. If anybody doesn't know Gary and is not subscribed to his channel, I'll leave a link below. Wildlife, landscape photography, and street photography. That he's not obviously done a lot lately, but great photographer and just a great guy all round. Love spending time with him. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a great time. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day now deciding what I'm gonna do for sunset. See you later.